Back here on the show, Otis Kirk is here with us, and Otis, big weekend as far as football, and obviously let's talk about Brandon Thomas, a guy from North Little Rock. He's a running back. This guy's been banged up, to say the least, injured right ankle, and he's a running back who was committed to Memphis, but he had a big second half the other night.
Yeah, he had 153 yards on 25 carries against Bentonville up there, and they beat Bentonville like Bentonville as Bentonville's first loss. This kid was offered by Arkansas, but it was more of, it wasn't really, it was a deal where they offered him real late, and like a week later he commits to Memphis. You know, I think this is a guy that definitely Arkansas, the next coaching staff needs to come in. First place, I hope the new coach, regardless who it is, I hope he sits down with Barry Lundy Jr. and listens to him about the Arkansas part, because it's 100% accurate.
Build that fence around the state.
Gotcha.
All right, let's talk about Jacoby Criswell, guy who's committed to North Carolina. He's out of Morrilton, special guy. When you look at his special talents, that is, coming out of Morrilton.
Yeah, and that's another kid, Drew. Sorry, I mean, but that's another kid that right along the same lines. Arkansas has got, the next coach has got to go to Morrilton and look hard at Jacoby Criswell. It's just a fact. I mean, the kid's got, he's got very, a bunch of SEC schools. He's committed to North Carolina, but as you said, and there again, he had an offer to Arkansas, but you never felt like it was really firm offer. See, that's the thing about offers. People don't understand that not all offers are created equal. You know, I mean, there's some offers and then there's committable offers, and I don't feel like he ever had really a committable offer to Arkansas. Maybe he did, but I think the next coach needs to go in there on kids like him and Brandon Thomas and make sure they know they have committable offers. Make them a priority.
Chris Hightower is an athlete. I mean, when I say athlete, this guy can do a lot. He's at a Little Rock Christian Academy, and very interested to see how things play out for him in recruiting.
Yeah, and by the way, I should have said this earlier. Brandon Thomas, North Little Rock, they play Friday night against Bryant and Catrell Wallace at 7 o'clock over at War Memorial. Chris Hightower and his teammates play Pulaski Academy at noon Saturday. He has about 45 catches for 981 yards and 12 touchdowns. That was going into the game Friday night. That's not including his stats from that.
Wow.
So there's a 1,000-yard receiver.
Get us an update now on Marlon Crockett. This guy is out of the class of 2021. He's 6'4" about, and he's out of Searcy.
190-something pounds, and he's bad. That's a bad kid, man. He's in 2021, and when I say bad, I mean as a compliment. He had 9 catches for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns. They beat Greenwood Friday night. And for anybody that hasn't slept for the last 30 years knows what Rick Jones has done down there at Greenwood.
Certainly, we got 4 guys we want to close on, because a lot of these guys are very notable. Cole Joyce, Terry Wells, Mason Brotherton, Drayden Norwood.
Yeah, Drayden Norwood holds an offer from the old staff at Arkansas, but the new coach will probably come in and reaffirm that offer, you know, re-offer him, and that's good. Mason Brotherton's a big tight end out of Mena, who I love. I mean, I know, like, if you look at Lane Kiffin, what he's done with Harrison Bryant down there at FAU, you look at a Hudson Henry and Mason Brothers and those kids, they've got to be wishing that they get a chance to play, you know, an offense like that. And then, of course, Terry Wells, a big offensive lineman from Wynn that I saw over here at the lineman camp last summer, and big kid, you know, 290, 295 pounds or so, to that range. Very good player. I think he's a kid you got to look at. And, of course,
Cole Joyce.
Yeah, Cole Joyce, we've talked about him numerous times on this show. Linebacker from Bentonville who can really run. He's a kid that I've talked about probably 10 times on this show that you would hope Arkansas offers next year. By the way, before we get off, I'm going to tell you, hey, I wore this Hogville shirt today because I didn't wear it last time, and I thought Lenny Beavers might put me in the transfer portal if I didn't wear it today. So Lenny is on here, man.
Shout out. It's a nice shirt. I just wanted to mention that. But Hogville.net, as you can see right there, our Notice's shirts where you can go for Razorback news anytime. And he will stay on the recruiting beat for you. And we will talk more and more about guys like Brandon Thomas, who we started with at the outset. Yeah. Wow, that was amazing what he did there coming off the injury. So you can read more about that in terms of our work there from Otis Kirk. All right, more Pig Trail coming up. It's right after this.